The roar of motorcycle engines drifted lazily along the sunlit road that cut through Ridgefield, a quiet town where nothing unusual ever seemed to happen. But that calm shattered in an instant. A barefoot little girl burst into the street, stumbling as she ran, her tangled blonde hair whipping behind her. Tears streaked her small face, and her trembling voice sliced through the still air. "Please, my mom. Please help her." She wasn't running toward safety. She was running toward two bikers in black leather jackets, standing beside their parked motorcycles. Anyone else might have turned away from men dressed like that. But desperation sees truth the heart recognizes, not the eyes. Her name was Sophie, 7 years old, but the fear inside her looked 100 years older. Down the road, two men towered over a woman near a broken-down car. Her mother, Clara, was trying desperately to pull away while the men shouted and yanked at her arm. People peeked from windows but did nothing. Fear, apathy, who knows? But no one moved. No one except Sophie. She had seen those bikers earlier at the diner when their mom's car had first stalled. They looked rough: tattoos, leather, the red and white patch of the Hells Angels. But one of them, the tall one, had handed her back her stuffed toy when she dropped it. He had smiled softly, like someone who remembered what gentleness felt like. His name was Cole Maddox, a man with a past heavy enough to bend steel. Former soldier, former son, a man trying to outrun memories that still clawed at him. Beside him stood Ray Bear Holloway, huge as a mountain but well known among friends for having a heart gentler than the hymns sung in church pews. The moment Sophie ran to them, Cole froze. Years of training sharpened his instincts instantly. He took one look down the road, and that was all it took. He didn't hesitate, didn't think, he just moved. His boots thundered against the pavement. Sophie watched, her wide eyes filled with hope and terror all at once, as if she understood life might change in the next few breaths. Ray followed, jaw clenched, expression turning into something dangerous, the kind of calm fury only men who despise bullies carry. The thugs noticed too late. One turned with a smirk that didn't last long. Cole's fist spoke for him, fast, clean, and final, sending the man crashing to the ground. The other grabbed Clara, trying to use her as a shield, but Ray's hand closed around his wrist like an iron trap. The fight ended in seconds. Silence replaced the cruel shouting. All that remained was the sound of Sophie's soft sobs as she rushed into her mother's arms. Clara shook violently, bruises already blooming on her skin. Cole gently removed his jacket and placed it around her shoulders. She tried to speak, but only managed a whispering stream of thank you through her tears. For the first time in years, something warm pushed through the cold weight inside Cole's chest. Purpose. Maybe even redemption. By the time police sirens wailed down the street late, as always, the danger was already over. Witnesses stepped outside, pretending they had seen it all. But Clara knew the truth. She knew who had saved her life. As Cole and Ray quietly prepared to ride off, Sophie ran after them, tugging lightly on Cole's vest. "You saved my mom. Can I say thank you?" He knelt so his eyes met hers. This time he smiled for real, no shadows, no hiding. "You already did, kid." She hugged him tightly before running back to her mother, leaving Cole standing there, heart heavier but somehow lighter at the same time. Later that evening, Clara found them again outside the diner. She thanked them the way only someone who's had their life handed back to them can. Cole simply shrugged. "Some things don't need payment," he said. "They just need doing." When the two bikers finally rode out of Ridgefield, Sophie's little voice called after them, full of innocence and hope restored. They didn't look back, but the glimmer in Cole's eyes said enough. That day, saving someone else had saved a part of him, too. The story spread through Ridgefield like wildfire. The town that had once looked away now spoke of bravery, of kindness, of two men who vanished before anyone could thank them properly. All that remained was the small stuffed toy Sophie dropped again in her Russia. Soft reminder that heroes don't always have halos. Sometimes they wear leather and ride roaring machines. By sunrise, Cole and Ray were already miles down the highway, and for the first time in a long time, Cole felt like he was riding toward something that mattered, not a place, but redemption. If this story moved you, touched your heart, or reminded you that goodness can come from the most unexpected people, take a moment to support Pure Hub Kindness. Like, share, and subscribe so we can continue bringing stories of courage, hope, and humanity to light. And before you go, tell us in the comments, what would you have done if you were one of those bikers? Because sometimes, one act of bravery doesn't just change someone else's life, it changes yours, too.